today we're going to be playing some Assimilate, Nilfgaard, and Enslave. The reason why is there were a lot of changes to this deck and people have been requesting it. So the changes were Enslave gained a provision, so it got buffed. Artud lost a provision, so he got buffed. Jan lost a provision, so he got buffed. Brothans lost a provision, so he got buffed. Or I think he gained a power, actually. He got buffed. And then Ku gained a provision, so it got nerfed. And then Nelson Sergeant lost a power, so it got nerfed. So there's a lot of changes. And there's also Anna Henrietta. I'm going to mention her quickly here because I tried her out prior to recording this, and I just didn't like her. We're playing only leaders that didn't do anything really good for us, and a ton of Nilfgaard mirrors because Assimilate's going to be everywhere. And she is just a liability in the mirror match. You just don't want to play her. So I think for now we'll take her out and run some more control instead. Tall punish, I should say. But she's a fun card. I just don't think right now she's doing very much for us. So we are playing Enslave. We're going to use Tactile Advantage. And as far as our cards, you guys know him. Torres, he gets you copies of the opponent's stuff, gives you those nice spines. You really want to see him round 1. Often you lose round 1 and you play him round 2. And you've got Stefan, you've got Artud, Jan to stack your deck. Ku, really high value card. Brothans, we are trying out the buffed Brothans. I think I might go back on this and maybe either do Anna Henrietta or Lydia after this, but we'll see. We'll see how we feel about it. Leo, we gained provisions in this deck. I think several provisions we gained. So I upgraded Vilgefortz to Leo by making a couple other changes and taking out the experimental remedy, even though it's really good. Then we have Artorias Vigo, the Nausicaas, the Assassinations, a Mage Torturer, Slave Drivers, Duchess Informant for the Brothans. We aren't going to play an Emissary. We're just going to go Duchess Informant. It's a little riskier, but we want to have those 12 tactics. I couldn't find a unit I want to take out. I just want to put in bribery instead of Brothans. Then we got the Slave Drivers, Duchess Informant. Then we have all the Bronze Tactics here. Just, all the 8 Persian ones. Not 8 Persian ones, all the 4 Persian ones. But yeah, the only card I'd like to have that we don't is Experimental Remedy. I just took it out because of the Raid Warlords nerf, the Highland Warlords nerf, and some of the other changes. I don't think it'll find as much use. It's still really good, but I think I'd rather have the Leo upgrade over Vilgefortz than run it. I think that's just what we're going with. So this is the deck. Hopefully it works out pretty well. Assimilate's been a pretty decent deck for a while. It can be a little tricky to use, and I'm not the best aficionado of Assimilate. I don't even have Enslave Mastery for playing 100 games in Enslave yet, but we'll see if we can win these games.
Pertinence is the one thing I cannot abide.
Alright, what do we want to do against fruits? We might be able to get something with this. Oh, we pick this, we pick this, and we pick this. Because Incubus is really good with Duchess Informant. It's the Griffin. He's going to have multiple tall punishes, so I didn't want to buff up the Jan. We should have, though.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
I want to have a Griffin in our graveyard so we can use Incubus. Decent time to get it, I think. Use pass here. This is the only card we really need to. The only card we need to save this for was the demon. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. He's just point slamming on us. Sure, I guess. I like this, because then we'll copy the Griffin, and we can destroy 1 power token. And it's not going to get much better value. Alright, he is just point slamming on us here.
Your name, young man, demands you be cursed into an urchin.
Her grace will not be pleased.
I don't think we have a way to brick his melee row so the unit doesn't come out off the portal, but if we did, that'd be nice. We almost do. But not quite.
The senses can be fooled easily.
Just a peek. That is all I need.
I was trying to think if there's a way to get a Griffin in our graveyard to Mamuna copy, but nah, it's not gonna happen.
Quick! Move those hooves! There won't be half.
I think if we don't enslave this, we lose.
I hate nothing more than a creaky door.
That should be a Sabbath Online. I mean, we'll just let the Witch Apprentices go here. It should be good enough. 4 points a turn when he has no engines. Watch out, he's got tall punishes. He already heat wave, but there's probably some more. This looks like an Igni setup. Or he just did that to kill it. That is a potential Igni setup though. He just find a Witch Apprentice, Incubus, and Riptide. None of those avoid an Igni getting us here. Can we damage ourselves with Ace Up the Sleeve? No. Last say this becomes pretty good. See if he's got the Igni. We don't lose to Igni, it's just really painful playing our card. And it is, but there was no way to avoid it. We should just not play the second Nausicaa Sergeant there if we weren't thinking that far ahead. Really want the incubus we made off of him. We should have 2 of the just the incubus. We should have 2 griffins. Yeah, we have 2 griffins. We also have fiend. I think we keep these. This should be a workable hand. Yeah, like this is incubus, incubus. Make a copy his incubus. We should get it. Okay, a mirror match. I hate this mirror match. Just like so much nonsense goes on. Oh, well, it all, yeah, I really hate these Nilfgaard mirrors. Let's see, how do we do this? Because it messes like you can't play Torres, because the copy Torres is terrible. Let's just do it the safe way.
I shall not repeat Emir's mistakes.
Some things we want to watch out for here is we want to attempt to Q Artorias Vigo when he plays it. We also want to give it spying, because it's one of the best assimilate triggers. Do we have tactic in hand? An assassination.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
As good as dead.
Take the deck cycle. He's going to have more tempo than us because he's going to be playing battle stations and we're not. So like battle stations into engines or battle stations into stuff. We'll probably get him this round. It might mean he doesn't copy our Torres. Again, he might still. If we coup this, if we play this, we have to play coup, right? And then we coup this, and that doesn't do anything if we don't draw a tactic. But we are pretty likely to draw a tactic. Or not draw a tactic, I mean. We're not going to draw a tactic, because we'll get Stefan. So I don't actually want to do that with the... Just play... Yeah, we don't actually want to do that. Great.
Fight for the Emperor and you might be free!
Her grace will not be pleased.
Still do it, though. We want some points. We're going to pass next turn. I think this is our highest point output play. We do it with the slave driver, get more points, because we want to pass here.
Just a peek.
We're not going to get to, though. But we're still going to do it. He'll just win uneven. Oh, that's not quite good enough. debated going for the round 1 Taurus, but I think it's too risky. Sure, most likely he's not playing a way to copy this, but if he is, it's just like game losing. If he copies it.
A highly curious case.
My boots got sand aplenty in them.
I need not spill blood to make you suffer like never before.
We might play it next though, because we don't want to play our synergistic cards. I don't think he's going to have a way to copy it. But we're going to have to keep up on tempo, I think. Just hope he doesn't. Yeah, we have to. He's going to tall punish it. Then we have to go into our real cards. Very unfortunate. One thing you have to watch out for with these Ivo decks is in a Nilfgaard mirror, if you get lucky with your generations, you can overdraw. You make too many of the Magnis. The thing is, he's not going to have any units in his deck. Never mind, he does. Those are good ones, too. Just have to hope he can't give it spying. I was also looking for an Ivo there. As the more I was thinking about this, it's more I'd like to see the Ivo. We can make a copy of it, because our long round will make a lot of cards too. If we can make an Ivo off of Artud, that'd be really good. Unfortunately, we can't, but we can make Lydia, which is also very good. He's going to be able to copy it. That's an issue. That's why we didn't want to play it. But we're just falling too far behind on tempo. If we see a coup here, we're going to be really sad. He's going to copy these again, the ones that we did. Oh, nice, he didn't. That's really good. I don't want to play our last Nausicaa Sergeant, because if he gets rid of it, we actually have much worse round 3. But given that these are all golds, I think we do play it. You know he's going to play Ivo. He already used Battle Stations, though. And didn't shuffle it back. I want to keep this because of Hefty Helga. Like, I think this is a deck that usually plays Hefty Helga. This can make Nausicaa Sergeants. A little riskier to keep that. Let's go with this. Well, yeah. The Lydia is not guaranteed to be on top. We didn't stack her. Drawing Village Force was just lucky. 75% chance we hit Nausicaa Sergeant. If we don't, it's really bad, but we'll go for it.
What is truth if not an illusion?
So we want to get those going. Get out of coup range if he's playing it. Copying that can be good. The cycle art deck. It's almost certainly going to be for Lydia.
True love could lift the curse, but who would love such a freak?
I hate nothing more than a creaky door.
With the Vilgeforce, we don't really have to worry about saving the Eternity Joust for it. Because you can't enslave it because you'll enslave it back. If we keep cycling our deck, we'll be good here, I think. At least I hope.
The continent shall be united under one banner.
I think that's our best coup target, but he's going to make it so we can't do it.
You will not regret this, sir.
Yeah, because we'll go to 4.
My duty? To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
He has last say, so we're never hitting the Ivo with the Vilgeforts. So we just remove this engine.
An interesting.
He shouldn't have any bronzes in his deck. We don't really have a way to get spying on his Torres, although if we did, it'd be amazing.
Take him to the woods and release the hounds.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
I think we make the Vilgeforts here.
None of it to sit back and do
I don't want to make a Lydia, but we have to start removing these. Because it's free removal, there's nothing coming out of his deck, and we want to develop some engines for the Stefan. That's our last potential engine though, so next we do Stefan. To enslave it, he's play his own Stefan. But we can just coup the Artaud.
Tree little swallow, burn your feathers off.
The world shall one day know order again.
Yeah, those 3 naturally. Take this back. I don't think we coup it. I think we coup for cycling. Then we'll do this.
The revolution is inevitable, merely a matter of time.
Set that up for coup. The worst thing that can happen here is if he does this turn and plays his own Stefan and gets the Artud out of coup range. But bringing it to 1, otherwise we can coup it. Just having more assimilates than him is going to be really good. Obviously there's the Ivo, but he's less safe for that. We should have hit this with Stefan, by the way. Because if we're going to do Vilgefort, or Leo, this guy would be taller.
I will not have you gaze at me so.
Okay, so we do set this up successfully.
Don't snap your spout at me. I'm
We can just keep spamming Vilgeforts. It's better because we don't have that many assimilates.
quite a menial task.
That's a GG. What an annoying game despite the fact that we won. It was kind of interesting, but annoying to play. Me IB playing some pirates. Do want the assassinations. We can potentially answer. We can't answer. An early longship. Definitely don't want that. And there's the longship.
Target acquired.
It's one of those things we just have to remove before we play our units. We don't rely too much on damage in our deck, that the armor is a real problem, but we have the choice of just not playing units, we're going to take it. Because these damage cards get much less valuable later. But a lot of the cards we might copy from him will do damage, so it'd be better if we could get rid of them.
Olga Blackhand's taking on new swabbies. What do you say?
As good as dead, that lot.
We play Torres next, for sure. Alright, he's starting to get his own points now, so he's starting to get the armor. You can't give him no armor because they have stuff like this.
What is it? Guided by the light of the great.
What do we want here? So it's just normal pirates, it looks like. Like I said, these will be kind of hard to trigger. Justinian we don't have the passive for. This could be pretty decent, though. It's good we got this guy early, because once we get the, we'll get the veteran on it, it'll be pretty okay. Oh, Heart of Terror coming down early. Makes sense, I guess. I know we didn't play Jan yet, but I don't want to play Jan. This is a deck that can bleed our stuff out round 2. Rather just go before he gets more armor. He's gonna get all of his armor this round. We're not going to have great targets for our stuff. Like, going tall only happens if he's playing Seawolf. So Leo's going to be kind of hard to use, which is why we're holding the Boohurt with him. And then the other options here, like we have some generation and stuff. But he shouldn't really get us this round because he didn't get enough armor round 1. Yeah, that's what I thought. Take our extra redraw. Now I probably will have the Seawolf. Then we should get a Sergeant next, which is pretty key. We start with Artorias Vigo is better if we already have a Sergeant out. Because then it can't miss because you see Slave Driver or Nausicaa Sergeant. Here it can miss. Still play it first. We'll play him first, rather. Then we'll do the Vigo. He might kill this. There's the Endless Voyage. Obviously, we have no artifact removal because we're playing a Devotion deck. Got the Bjorn option, though. It's either Bjorn, kill it, or it's Enslave, develop points. Those are the options. This makes a base copy. Wonder if it's worth giving that spying to coup it. It could do some really insane stuff with Stefan, but he wouldn't let us. I mean, that's just too greedy. That's just being too greedy. Oops, we don't want to play this in the same row because of Deranged Corsair. Really tempted to give that spying, but if we can give Fukusha spying, that'd obviously be the best thing ever. Unlikely he'll let us. Very unlikely. I do kind of want to get rid of that. It's an annoying card here. So we're going to be spawning copies of stuff, and then they'll die.
Your name, young man.
Let me use Duchess Informant at first, though.
Her grace will not
So that way he doesn't get the Duchess Informant points. And the Raiding Fleet's gone now. Yep, there's the Abortage, Corsair, Leader. All this, we know how it goes. Oh, that was unlucky for him. It might just be worth seizing the Longship. If we don't seize it, what are we getting him? No, because we have to seize the ship that comes off of it. Yeah, we can't do that.
The senses can be fooled easily. Obedience or clash.
And we're just gonna keep playing everything in the one row, because otherwise I don't want him Cataclysm 2 rows at once. He's probably gonna be able to have the Cataclysm up the entire game. Comes the Bjorn. So we have to enslave this. We can also coup the Bjorn, but it's only base copy, so it doesn't get enough damage.
Back in line. No secure.
He's already used Heart of Terror. We can combine the Bjorn Drakar with Stefan next turn. Yeah, I figured he'd do that. He's gonna kill the Drakar, probably. It looks like we have a lead, but we don't really, because the problem's be Seawolf.
What I see is not on any maps.
Now this looks pretty good, though. And now we're really starting to lose all of our points on the board. That's how his deck works.
I need not spill blood to make you suffer like never before.
He doesn't have Seawolf as bricks. It's a Heat Wave. And we're just going to have no points on the board at the end of this, it seems. Really want to try and get a use out of Stefan with that. There's the Seawolf. We're just not gonna have enough points. The Stefan damage doesn't matter because he's armor. We need the Arta to live, but we can't let him have Seawolf because the points from it's just too much. If they don't like generate any more of his own points, it's gonna be too much. Well, that is definitely too much. One point left. Alright, well we just couldn't keep points on the board. That's how it goes, I guess. I think Form 1 Torres is good here. We can copy this combo and then also Windhelm. Those are pretty good. Because he shouldn't have much in terms of engines. Or not engines, in terms of control. Gandalf. 0271 over here. Love to see other people using the partner card back. It's fun. We don't use it very often.
Let's give up now.
You never see this card, so we'll pick it. In this case, I don't think it'll backfire. That's our Tourney Joust target. I've been waiting on that. Actually, spawning copies of this isn't bad, as funny as that is.
I'm never short on stamina.
Suffering ennobles, friend. You'll be a count once I'm done with you.
I want to make a space for that if we decide to queue it. We're up a lot of points here. But it is knights.
Don't retreat! Damn it!
It is knights. We don't want to waste too much here. I do want the second form of coup, though.
Lay down, my lady. I shall be with you shortly.
This is one of those scenarios where if he gets round 3 with the knight scenario, we aren't winning.
Art thou worthy?
Axe or mace, sir?
Still have to play this.
Onward, sons of Nilfgaard!
Like whenever he plays the knight scenario, if we can't counter it, we will probably lose the game. So we need round control, which is awkward because normally we don't want it. We don't want to push around 1 normally. This deck.
Fight for the Emperor and you might be freed.
Surprisingly good there. The question is, do we enslave his resilience card? I don't really want to, but I think we're not getting out of this round unless we do. And round control's pretty important here. There's also double. He's just going to resilience at round 2 anyway, so it's basically got denied him 2 resiliences. Now we're in a situation our deck doesn't like, which is always bad, but we cannot allow him to have a round control with this scenario. It's too many points. None of these are viable openers, other than maybe this. Open this into Mortals. I don't like it, but nothing else works. Oh, I guess we could do Vandergrift now. Sure, why not? Immortals might be better, but this seems like it could do some carryover for us. So we're going to lose this round down a card. Definitely want to lock the Bronwyn. I was gonna say, if he plays this scenario, we just go to round 3.
Long live, etc. What is truth if not an illusion?
These are not the cards we're looking for. Looking for Slave Driver there. Not Slave Driver, Duchess Informant. But I guess this one's an engine, so...
I need not spill blood to make you suffer like never before.
We need him to play his knight scenario. Okay, there it is.
For king and honor!
Like I said, I'm gonna win this up a card, but... Nothing we can do about that. We could also try and kill off all of his knights here and just go all in. I don't think that's the best plan. But it might work. Kind of here for it right now. We have so many Assimilate engines out, it'd be a shame not to take advantage of them.
Everyone has their secrets.
Got some leader charges from him there too. Got Ku and Stefan. How do we feel about those? Even though it's spying, it's still pretty good.
Her grace will not be pleased.
Lord, my sword is mighty.
Like, he's not going to have more grace triggers. I think we're fine just going round 3 with Nausicaa slamming. This is just worth so much here.
Inevitable, merely a matter of time.
Normally would have passed, but with so much Assimilate set up, I think this is fine. He didn't even have the last night. I don't think Immortals is what we're looking for here. If he plays his Immortals, we've got this. Oh, or that's even better. That's gotta feel bad for him. We're just gonna take the shield again. GG. So that is Assimilate, guys. Still good deck. You kind of have to know what your opponent's doing to use it optimally, but for the most part, it's still really good. Although, one thing to note that I hate about this is playing mirror matches is just obnoxious. I really hate mirror matches with this deck. It just seems like it's a lot of RNG. Well, it is a lot of RNG. Then you end up with your Rose bricked by whoever makes more Duchess Informants or something like that. Or maybe someone plays Bribery and copies your Artud. Or maybe someone's playing Golden Neck or Enslave, which I saw earlier, and then they copied my Torres, which was fantastic. So if we seem a little tilted, we got some really bad RNG in the mirror matches here recently. Hope you guys had fun. This is the deck we're using here. I think the Leo slot here, Lydia's a good option. You have Vilgefortz is a good option. And adding in Experimental Remedy is a good option. I'm not sure how I feel about Leo. I wanted to try him over Anna. So when we used Anna Henrietta, no one had a leader that was worth copying. They're all like Syndicate, which is weird because you don't see much Syndicate. It's really good against mirror matches though, but then as soon as we took it out, we started playing the mirror matches. But that is how the game works, isn't it? But hopefully you guys had fun. We had some fun playing this deck, and we will see you in the next one.